we were shipped to boarding school pretty early. Went to Hill School, Eldred. So yeah, a lot of my growing up was also in boarding school. Yeah.
Wow. At an early age. I hated boarding school, so...
I no regret, loved it. Hill School was fantastic.
What did you love about boarding school?
Everything. Everything.
Oh.
Okay, that's all I know now. Thinking about it.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So is that where you started playing games, sports?
The exposure was there. So it then just created the base of going to high school. And one of the most interesting things is that when I was in primary, I loved playing hockey. And because of that, my natural choice was to want to go to St. Patrick's in 10. We were pretty good in hockey, basketball, and yeah.
Yeah.
So, sitting exams, ended up in Nairobi school. I thought I was disappointed.
You were?
When I was called to Nairobi school, I wanted to go to E10. I mean, that's where everyone in Hill School went to. That's where all the hockey was played.
Okay.
And I thought,
yeah,
this is not right. But yeah,
yeah,
it ended up an excellent decision.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How come?
No, patch is everything. Now that
Was there hockey there?
there was everything. There was everything.
Okay.
There was literally everything that there was in Hill School.
Yeah.
And more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So your love continued for sports?
For sports, I got to play a lot more.
Yeah.
Because when we're growing up, when we're in school, we used to play, unlike now where people play one sport, we used to play a different game different games every term. So first term we had swimming, basketball, hockey, cross country. Second term was rugby, for all I remember. That time we played football. So we ended up playing everything.
Yes.
Had to.
Yes.
Because you had to take a house activities.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So it doesn't surprise you that you're doing what you're doing now, because those foundations were laid back then.
It's got to be, for me, it's got to be a passion, and those are the life lessons I get, and those are the things I try and encourage the young ones. Find a passion and follow it, and see what logical end it can come to. Yeah.
Okay. So, of course, after high school, then there was university, and then now you started to pursue a career.
Yes.
And it so happened to be in sports?
No.
No.
I'm actually a trained teacher.
What did you teach?
It's geography.
What do you mean, see geography? I just left it at, I left it at you are really good in geography, not that now you ended up teaching it.
Yeah, ended up teaching geography.
Yeah?
Yeah.
High school?
Yeah.
Okay. How long did you do that for?
About 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 years.
So it was, you never thought of pursuing anything in the line of sports, or is it that back then there was nothing to pursue?
Sports was mchezo. So you can imagine that conversation you want to have with
your parents.
Yeah. You want to? Yeah. So these are things you pick up as you go along. So I finished my Bachelor of Education, went to teach. While teaching, I coached hockey, coached rugby, and that's continued studying. Then an opportunity came, and that was the end of teaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
What opportunity was that?
I moved into, while at it, I was doing a lot of work for rugby as coaching boys and refereeing. While at it, I got an opportunity to work with Kenya Rugby Union while I was teaching, and I jumped out jumped off the bus, teaching bus.
And by this time, your parents were okay with your decisions because...
By this time, the conversation is, I ticked all boxes, went to school, passed, got my degree, started working.
Is there anyone else amongst your family that is interested in sports as you are? Or it's just like from a fun level,
Yeah,
not a technical level?
No, the rest, we played here and there. And,
Okay, so you're the only one who now took it like a bit, this is now the call.
Yeah, you've got to, you've got to be at a point where you play it, and then you see the gaps that are in it. Then you wonder, if we did this a little better, where would this have taken? Yeah? Where would this have ended for many people who love sport?
Yeah.
Where would this have taken my pals who didn't pursue education to where we did, but loved football? Because that's what a lot of them played.
Yeah. So you moved from loving hockey in high school to teaching geography, fine. And while at it, you were teaching sports, and then an opportunity in rugby came in. And so between the rugby and what you're doing now, which is you're, the CEO of Gor Mahia, give me that journey.
So between that, worked at Kenya Rugby for about 3 years, then moved into, again, one of these default things, moved into advertising and communication. Totally new, totally out of the space. Got into experiential marketing. Did that for, quite a while. 12, 15 years.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've been doing for a while. Then I discovered that, with my passion and love for sports, there is actually an opportunity or a gap that we can use these skills in marketing sports, because there is a big opportunity and gap in that area. So one of the most interesting things is when I was in varsity, I think second, third year, I can't remember. There was this movie that came that I watched that I think stuck with me. Jerry Maguire. Show Me the Money. I think that it was about sports marketing and that whole environment, and how Jerry Maguire changed as one of his clients, Cuba Gooding Jr. And he was, it's a whole sports marketing. I think, geez, this looks funky. It's a good thing you're in the business of sports. You're in the sports environment. You're watching the sports, and I just said, I think this, and it went to teach, but I still just kept going back. That picture of the movie just kept. I said, this is what I really want to do. Eventually ended up in advertising.
Right.
Then drifted towards sports and sports advertising, sports marketing.
Right.
So I've been in that space for a while.
For quite a while.
Yeah.